This is Samuel Academy channel. My name is Samuel. This video is about mapping of senior schools in Ainabkoi Constituency in Uasin Gishu County. The reason for this initiative is to create awareness of existing senior schools in the constituency so that parents and students can make an informed decision when selecting senior schools for senior secondary education. Mapping of the schools in the video was done by myself using GIS technique. GIS in full is Geographic Information Systems. It helps us to understand patterns, relationships, and geographic context. In this video, I will explore the map of the constituency and be able to identify individual schools and their positions. After that, I will explain how a success thermometer works. This is an instrument that is found in a weather station and it is also taught in schools. Welcome. Let me start by exploring the northern part of the constituency. Around this area, if I zoom in, I'm able to see the following features. This is a forest, all right? When I zoom in, I'm increasing the scale of the map such that I'm able to view a smaller area but with much detail. But if I zoom out like this, I'm reducing the scale of the map such that I'm able to view a wider area but with very little detail. Now, because I want to visualize the locations of the schools in the constituency, I need to zoom in, all right? When I do that, I'm able to see how features are placed in space, all right? So here we have Lions Secondary School. Then we move towards the south. We find Abrar Secondary School, Biwot Gelel Tarit Secondary School, Plateau Secondary School. Then as we go to the south, we come across this school here, Chepkongong Secondary School. Then we have Chesogor Secondary School. Then at this point, we have Bishop Birech Tilat Secondary School. And to the west, to the east of that school, to the southeast, we have Kibkabus Secondary School. And after Kibkabus Secondary School, we have Chepngoror Secondary School, all right? Then on the west of Chepngoror, we have Rurigi Secondary School. Then down here, we have Anescence Secondary School. This is Cherelaibet Secondary School. This is Koiwo Arusen Secondary School. All right, let me zoom out to see what's remaining. Then at this point, we have Ainabkoi Secondary School in the south, as well as Kapngetunyi Secondary School. We also have Saito Secondary School at this point. That is the way the schools are distributed in that constituency, all right, for the sake of our learners and other users. Now, I want to discuss about the success thermometer, all right? But before I do that, I want to remind you, dear viewer, like the video, share widely, and subscribe to Samuel Academy. Now, let's discuss about the success thermometer. This is how it looks like, all right? This is the success thermometer. It is just a YouTube, all right, which is filled with the mercury. This is mercury, okay, in the lower part. And then above the mercury, we have alcohol, okay? And then within the alcohol, we have a black metal index here, as well as here, all right? And then at the end of that YouTube, we have two bulbs, this one and this one. The two bulbs are sealed, all right? and they are filled with alcohol. Now this one here on the left is completely filled, but this one here is partially filled. All right, there's some space here. Now this thermometer is used to measure maximum and minimum temperatures. Now how does it work? You find that when temperature rises, the alcohol expands. Now in this part, it expands into this space, but here there's no space. So when the alcohol expands, it pushes mercury downwards here, but then the mercury rises upwards in this other end, and it pushes this index upwards. So the end of this index will show the maximum temperature. You can even see the scale. The scale is, the numbers are in ascending order, 30, 40, 50. So on this side of the thermometer, we use the end of the index to indicate the maximum temperature. Now, when temperature drops, the alcohol contracts. Therefore, the mercury here will rise up to occupy that space. And in that process, it will push this index upwards. All right? So the end of this index on this side will indicate the minimum temperature. You can even see the scale here. The numbers are in descending order. We have what? 20, 10, 0, minus 10, like that. So on this side, the end of the index will show the minimum temperature. So in summary, this is the 6S thermometer that is used to measure both the maximum and minimum temperatures. It is a U-tube filled with the mercury in the lower part, and above it we have alcohol with the two metal indices. Dear viewer, thank you so much for viewing this video. I want to remind you, subscribe to Samuel Academy and share widely for the sake of our learners who may be in schools far away from our weather station and they have never access to our weather station. But in this channel, they are able to see how these things work.